It's good, everybody. It's good. Tyrone, salute to you, bro. If you won't get on, you know you're welcome. Um, Brought this forward a bit early because I can't be asked to sit here and wait for it. So, fucking notifications, fuck off. So, I thought I'd go. Right, send you a link. Invite. Hi, Luke, and salute to you, good bro. Just sent you a link now, Tyrone. Don't know what it's done now. It's kicked me out of YouTube, out of StreamYard. I can't be arsed send links half the time. This stupid computer fucking chucks me out every time I send a link. Right, we're back. Fucking stupid StreamYard. That's why I don't like sending links, because of that all the time. It kicks me out of fucking StreamYard. Right, salute to you anyway. We've got in the building. Hi, Luke, and salute to you, good bro. But yes. Dave, my good brother. Have a good one, Loz. Oh, salute to you. Alpha BMW, salute my good brother. But hey, Loz, hope you had a great Christmas, my bro. On the way to the gym, I have to catch the replay when I get back. No worries, brother. Cool Breeze, salute to you. Thanks for coming through. I was going to talk about cheers for the best, bro. Cheers to be the best on YouTube boxing. Salute. I try my best. I'm only a very small channel, but I do try my best. Right, let's talk about the Day of Reckoning. And I know you're probably sick of seeing it. A lot of channels have been talking about it. But I this is like the first time I've spoke about it since obviously going live. Who can I start off with? The fights what I saw, because I missed some of the fights. Hey up, Tyrone.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, sound mate, yeah. Yeah. Sound.
Yeah, sorry about last weekend. I had my my brother and my parents up to my place over here.
Yeah, don't worry about it, mate. It's no fucking hell, I was half cut anyway. So I didn't realise I was smashed. So I want to talk about the Day of Reckoning because I've got quite a lot of things I want to talk about, Tyrone, as well as keeping an eye on the chat as well, bro. Frank Sanchez, what do you think of his fight?
I think he did well.
Yeah.
He was in there with fart, but he was able to. It was like an explosive finish. That was pretty good. But other than that, it was sometimes his style.
Do you think he was expected to do that? Because I did. I was.
Yeah, I thought he should have done it a bit earlier, but
Yes.
he fought another bum from Cuba, Carlos Negron. He did him the same way, very similar. Like it was like they were feeling each other out for way too long, and then he knocked him out in the ninth, and he knocked Fa out late around 7 or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess all the guys Ajagba too, even though he didn't knock out Ajagba, it takes him a while to get going.
Yeah. That because he's older than what he's saying he is.
Yeah, he's 37 at least.
Yeah. UGC fame, salute to me, good brother. Happy New Year to you and to everyone in the chat. Right, so yeah, just because I want to try and get through this a bit quicker because I've got quite a lot to talk about. Yeah, Frank Sanchez for me did what he had to do, and I agree with you, Tyrone. Should have done it a lot quicker, but hey, he got the job done. Filip Ergovic, another one, didn't make any videos on it because
Yeah,
I expected the exact same outcome as
yeah.
Junior fought, as you just said.
It was a funny finish for the Hergovich. It didn't look like he wanted to hit him too hard. He just said,
Yeah,
let me hit him decently and see what happens. And he hit him, and the guy was like, ugh. And he did that pause, where he had his arms outstretched, like, stop.
yeah.
And then he just didn't want to hit him anymore, and it was over.
Boxing fans put low loss out. Outlaws roasting it. Oh, I know he's fucking hell. I've seen a few of his videos. Yeah, he's been getting ruthless this week. Outlaw has. He's on a mission, isn't he? So then that what's he called? It J what? I can't see the
Hey, Apataya, yeah.
that's him. He looked good, didn't he? But
Yeah.
let's be fair. Excuse me. That guy he was fighting. I don't know who he was.
He kept throwing that long left hand, like he threw it like 3 times before he actually caught him. I don't think he was really worried about what was coming back. He wasn't. Um, I didn't think Apataya boxed particularly well or anything. He just wanted to get the guy out of there, and he did.
Yeah. But let's be fair though, Tyrone, because all the the zone commentators were saying, "Oh, this guy's pound for pound material and
No,
stuff like that."
not yet.
No, well, that's what I was saying because there isn't anyone in that cruiserweight division, is
Yeah,
there really?
yeah,
So, like you say, anyone can look good when you're laying out fucking council workers or fucking cab drivers.
yeah,
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying anyone who is an elite fighter or is coming up and looks good, when you're fighting lesser opposition, you're always going to look good when you're laying them out, aren't you?
yeah.
Mm.
I think they've yeah, you hit the nail on the head with that because I've noticed that they've been doing that the past, I've got to say, almost a year. They're priming us. They'll go out of
Yeah.
their way to say it. This is the number one cruiserweight in the world. This is. Please believe me, it is. Please, the number one cruiser. So they
Yeah.
keep saying that to put that in our heads. But like you said, he's only faced one guy really,
Yeah.
and he
Well,
did
that's
well
it,
the
isn't it?
first 6 rounds, and then he got his jaw broken, and then he struggled kind of late in the Breedis fight. But no, I want to see him versus Reactpour. I want to see that fight. That's a good fight. I want to see that.
Yeah. Just quickly read the chat. Boxing fans put, no wonder my cab driver didn't turn up. Fucking pissy. Boxing Monkey, salute to you, bro. He's put, Loz, who stole the show on the day of reckoning whilst Parker and AJ have the headlines? I was most impressed with Cabayel and the Aussie. It's on Terminator. Yeah. Well, for me, if I'm honest, one of the big upsets was Cabayel
Yeah.
because I've I've only seen Cabayel ever fight once, and that was when he schooled Derek Chisora years ago in Monaco. I've never seen anything of him ever since then. Um, so I thought that the way how everyone's been blowing up this Makhmadov, like he's this next bloody raging bull, next Kovalev or something like that. I've only seen knockouts of him, and I thought this guy, this guy looks good, man. Like I say, I went to the shop, I came back, and it was over. And it
Hmm.
wasn't until you lot told me that he got blew away with body shots. And then I went back the next day, watched it. I was like, fucking hell, yeah. Caballero fucking wasted him, didn't he? With just body shots.
Yeah. I think that was probably the most impressive performance on the card by somebody. I thought.
Yeah. Um, boxing fans put Caballero can fight Dubois. That would be a
Good
good
fight.
fight.
I don't
Yeah,
know if Dubois will go or Dubois' antlers will go that direction, but that's a good fight.
yeah. And Lucan's put calling. Who's that?
He said calling Opataya the number one cruiserweight is like calling
Opataya.
Fury the number one heavyweight. People jump to conclusions.
Exactly. Spot on, Lucan. But you see, this is what the zone commentators do. They
Yeah.
did it. That Darren Barker's terrible for it. Darren Barker is terrible for it. At least Tony Bellew does it a bit, but at least Tony Bellew he is biased because
Yeah.
he's very biased towards people like Conor Benn and stuff like that. But Tony Bellew can draw a line in the sand somewhere. And I've seen him say it a few times, like people getting hyped up and they've not done anything. So just read these last two chats. Caballel has just made himself a chairman of Who Needs Him Club. Yes, he boxed beautiful. Yes, he did. Yo, Mike, what's up, bro? If you want to get on, Mike, you're welcome. Or if anyone wants to get on,
I could put it in the chat.
Yeah, just shoot it in the chat. Right, let's get to the next subject then, because I want to get to these fights. Because, like I say, I've got quite a lot to get through.
Yeah.
Big Dusty, Big Dusty versus Daniel Dubois. This was a brilliant fight.
Yeah.
This was an absolute brilliant fight, and I'm mega proud of Daniel Dubois because, if I'm honest, Ty, I would say, even though I did say on my prediction video, I thought it was a 50-50 fight. If hand on heart, I must admit I was leaning more towards Big Dusty because of what Daniel. Well, there was a few things because if you think of it like this, listening, I will be. Oh, he's on the boat. If you put it like this, though, Ty, Daniel Dubois is a lot of people question him. Obviously quitting against Joe Joyce, me myself, and against Usyk. But if you think about it, there was no shame in losing. I can't remember. There was no shame in listening to that opposition. And Big Dusty had never fought anyone of Joe Joyce's caliber or Alexander Usyk's caliber.
No, never.
But I was still questioning Daniel Dubois' heart. And for me, I was thinking, will he burn out and Dusty will just keep putting the pressure on, coming forward? And a few people were saying, Big Junkie Jarrell. Yeah, Big Junkie. And a few people in the chat were saying Dubois looks like he's gassing, and he did. Especially when he went back to his corner at the end of round two, he was blowing out of his arse. But the lad bit down on his gum shield, and he got the job done. So, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I think he did really well towards the second half of the fight. Sorry, he started well at just the middle rounds. He gassed out, but he found a second wind, and Jarrell Miller ran out of cheeseburgers around round.
Yeah, he did.
He had no ketchup in the tank to get him going. So he just really, I thought that it's more mentally what that fight does for Dubois than actually winning the fight. I thought,
yes,
for his confidence going forward. Hopefully,
yes. Just read the chat quickly. The greatness is put Happy New Year, Loz. Yeah, Happy New Year to you and Happy New Year to everyone in the chat. Mo Boxing, salute to you, Mo's put salute Loz and Tyrone and Happy New Year. Yes, Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, salute Mo, salute Mike, salute Boxing fans, salute everyone. Greatest UGC Flame, Boxing Month, just getting everyone out there. Lucan too.
Yeah, everyone. Mm-hmm. Happy New Year. Dubois has some dicey moments in that, I think, around 4 and 5, but fair play to him. He stuck it out and kept to the plan. Absolutely, yes. Yes, he did. UGC Flames, but no ketchup in the tank. Yeah. Lucan's put Baby Miller was humble after the fight. Dubois. I can't see that last bit. Must be hammered him. They were beating the juice out of the Peds. Yeah. Good thingy. It was a good fight though, and you know what, right? I have to give Jarrell Miller his praise. Gav, salute to you, bro. He's put Happy New Year. I was looking forward to his set Fury, mate. Yeah, that's if it happens, Gav. But Happy New Year to you, bro. Dubois beat the cheeseburgers out of Jarrell Miller. Yeah. So for me, I have to give Big Fat Dusty Miller his praise. I
Yeah.
mean, I know he shouldn't have been there. He's a drugs cheat. But let's be serious. He shouldn't have been there, but he served his ban and he was there. And he did put up a very good fight, man. He
Yeah.
put up a very, very good fight. Will will that calm his arse down a little bit? Probably. But I have to admit, I do. There's no one in the business who can shit talk like Jarrell Miller. He helped sell them fights through his press conferences. But yeah, fair play. To Happy New Year, Loz. Happy New Year to you, Lee. Hope you're good out there, mate. Right, so is any more talking about? I'll tell you what then, quickly, before we get off this subject. Imagine Jarrell's chin with juice. Yeah, the only disappointment was the referee stopped it.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, he said he stopped it too early. I wanted to see what would happen to the canvas if Miller fell.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
did
I
say that.
That's I always had a theory that he'd break through, but I wanted to know if it would happen or not. Not so
Yeah,
much I wanted to see him hurt. I just wanted to know if he dropped,
eating like a
would
man.
the ring fall out from everything?
Fucking hell, that'd have been a piss if he did collapse, didn't he, in one
Yeah,
corner? Fucking hell, he'd have
they would have
fucking.
to stop the show. They'd have
They
to
would have, yeah, of
get
course he
a
would
new
have.
ring.
The alert to his beating is like a man. He's like a man, right? Yeah. Most but
Yeah.
Miller and Dubois are White, the best trash talkers in the business. Absolutely. Tyson Fury's a very good trash talker as well, I think.
Mm.
Miller fell
An
Miller
earthquake would
fell an
happen.
earthquake would happen. So where
Yeah.
do you see Daniel Dubois then quickly? Because for me that's a great confidence booster for the
Yeah.
young man. But
Yeah.
if I was Daniel now, me, Ty, quickly, sorry to keep butting in. If I was Don Charles, no, I'd just keep him ticking over. Not
Yeah.
fighting bums, but, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe fight Parker, maybe fight Caballero, someone like that.
Yeah.
Uh, because he's still got a long way to go. Miller needs to the juice that night. Yeah, he did. Whilst he shouldn't have been there, Miller is a promote. Absolutely, yeah. If Walter Chisora wanted two more fights, let Miller be one of them. Oh, Miller have killed Derek. Derek's gone now. I don't want to see Derek anymore. And Ngannou would be a good fight for Miller. Yeah, that'd be a good fight. Daniel Dubois versus, and I said that lead that night. Jared Anderson versus Daniel Dubois. And I thought about this a few weeks ago. That's a damn good fight, that. Because they're virtually same age. They're both up and, well, Daniel's already been fought for a world title, but he's come on short. But that's a damn good fight, man. Jared Anderson up and coming, got power. Dubois needs to rematch Joyce. Another good fight. Yes, he does. He needs to set that record straight, especially after Joyce just had two wallopings. Bruce Gas, excuse me, salute to you, OG, and Happy New Year to me good brother. So go on quickly, Ty, sorry, because I'm taking over.
No, no, no. I just yeah, Dubois versus Anderson's good fight.
Mm.
Rejoice again, good fight. I mean, all good fights. Yeah, salute Bruce. He says Dubois and Wilder. Uh, I want Wilder to retire.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been getting some stick this week off for a lot of channels.
I think he deserves it. I think that idiot that they have, Malik Scott, deserves it too.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of criticism. Right, so come on then. Chris
Yeah,
Dubois being a world champion, mate. Yes, I know he has. Yes, I know he has. I've seen you before, so I'll give you that. You commented on one of my videos a while back. Wilder songs. um, UTC Flames, but Joyce versus Miller. Yeah, you see, I was listening to
I think
someone
that's
the
a good
other.
fight too.
I was listening to someone the other day. They were on about. I forgot who it was now. And they were on about Joe Joyce, and they were saying like, do you think Frank Warren will have any big plans for him now? Because he's just he's just been walloped twice. He's 38 years old. He'll be 39 next year. He needs to, for Joe Joyce, for me, he needs to get right back in the mix. He
Yeah,
needs to start fighting straight away and fighting someone like that, Daniel Dubois, Gerald Miller, Gerard Anderson, anyone. He
yeah.
needs to get straight back into the mix. Anderson Miller, big baby title, yeah. So, right, come on then, Ty. Unless you want to carry on with that.
No, go ahead.
Right. Let's quickly talk about Bevel then. Bevel and Lyndon Arthur fight. Um, for me, as I told you before, I went back and watched this back properly the next day. I like Bevel. I think the guy's a class operator, mate. A class operator. But I think to the casuals, they probably find him a little bit boring. I need to keep up with the chat just quickly, and then I'll get your talk on Joe Joyce wasted career. Yes, I think so. I think Joe Joyce was handled very wrong, being with Frank Warren. Too inactive for me. Bruce Gas, I agree there. Brickhead, no love for Joyce. Absolutely, this is what I'm saying. I agree there. Mo Boxing's put too many yes men like Jay Diaz and Malik Scott and Joey
Joey
Scott in
Scott.
the camp. I didn't see the Thomas Hausen interview. He still believes AJ should retire post Warleen fight, but Warleen's not retired and double standards, yeah. So go on then, Ty. Quickly about Bivol? Did you pretty much? I knew he was going to beat Lyndon Arthur. Lyndon Arthur, I do like the dude, but I think he was just there to just make up the numbers. If I'm honest,
Yeah, I think there's something with Arthur's head. Like it happened in the yard fight. There's this button, I think, like on the top of his forehead, that if you hit, he immediately just takes a knee.
yeah,
It's the very top of his forehead that he does. It's so weird. But yeah, Bivol's hard to watch for a lot of people.
yes,
Um, I honestly, I'll be honest. I used to watch him a lot more, like when it was on HBO and stuff,
yeah,
than I do now. I don't really watch him now. I just hear the results. He used to punch hard. He used to sit down on his punches a lot more too. But yeah, very technical, very good. We'll see if he fights, if they'll make the fight with the winner of Beterbiev Smith.
yes. Well, I'm going to come to that in a bit. So yes, um, yeah. For me, I just think Bevel's a class act, and I enjoy watching him. I really do. Um, just 1 second. I really do like watching him. Sometimes, I suppose, like if I'm honest, um, I did get a little bit but frustrated Saturday night because I, I think it's partly because I've been sat there that frigging long. Plus, I wanted Bevel to like hurry up because I wanted to get to the two main
Yep.
fights. But fair play to him. Just quickly read the chat. Uh, big up, Loz. Big up, Mr. Pad. Salute to you, bro. Um, Inside the distance. Salute to you, my good brother, and Happy New Year. Big up, Loz. Boxing Monkeys, but Bivol plays with his food too much. The man needs more of a killer instinct. Yes, yes, I sort of agree there. Should have stepped on the gas when Arthur. Yes, yes, because he had him hurt, didn't he? And he sort of just like laid off a little bit. Loz, good year of boxing. Damn right, realised. Forgot about the Cole fight and shaking my head. Hope it was good.
Oh, Ioka.
Oh, Ioka fight. Sorry, I didn't see that. But yeah, salute to you. Bivol is kind of boring, but an elite fighter. I think he beats Petreviev. Me too. I do. I honestly do use GC Flames. I think he'll outmove Petreviev. Um, but then every time, which I've only ever gone against Petreviev twice, and one of them was Big Joe Smith.
Mm.
I fought Joe Smith. I didn't say he'd beat him, but I thought it was going to be an hard night's fight for him.
Yeah, I
Now
did
wrong
too.
was I. He come flying out, didn't he? And blew Joe Smith clean. He blew him out of the water. Gav's put Bevel should go to heavyweight, and he'd do okay. I don't know about that, Gav. What do you think? Okay, Bevel should go heavyweight. He'd do okay, Loz. I don't know.
Nah, I think that's
He's
too much.
too much, too heavy, that Gav.
They already want to make him versus Opataya. I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, at cruiserweight.
Yeah, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think that's a good idea.
Devil is very technical in the way elite fighters when they don't have huge power. Yes, he's a class act. No, heavyweight is too much. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Way too much. Cruiserweight, even yeah, because Bivol's a big dude, but he's not a big. I don't know. No, definitely not heavyweight. Cruiserweight. Yeah, I don't think he should fight at cruiserweight. Boxing monkeys put Bivol is pretty small, light heavyweight. He could probably make 160 and fight Morrell. Yeah, he'd be better going down to 168. Yes, I agree there. And whoop Canelo's arse again. Did you like cuts at the heavyweights?
I think he's a bit
Go
too
on, Charlie.
short.
Yeah,
He's only about 6'1", 6'2".
yeah. Who Bivol?
No,
Yeah.
no, Obatiah.
All
He
right.
said, "Do you think Obatiah cuts it at heavy?"
Yeah,
So I think he's a bit too short.
there's a great comment there. Super middle he should try and take. Yes, I agree there, boxing fan. Inside the distance, put Bivol looks bigger, but Benavidez looks bigger than Bivol. Benavidez one big ass dude, man. One big ass dude. Outlaw Pugilist, salute to you, bro. He's put the Wilder fans are pathetic. You've been going on a right mission. I was listening to you the other day when I was fucking in the shower. I was like, wow, man, Outlaw's on a mission. Too many yes man makes him delusional and believe his own hype, yeah. And don't get me started on the fucking hell. Tell you when Outlaw's on a mission, he's on a mission, man. Chris should just move there now. And if you ask me, yes, Outlaws. Let's go, Bruce. Roy Jones went to heavyweight, and it. Yeah, he did. Good point. That's a good point. Yeah, he did. Yeah, and he was originally a fucking middleweight fighter. Right, come on then. Let's get to the next fight then, because I want to get off these subjects. We've got other subjects to talk about. Come on then. Let's talk about Wilder and Parker then.
Yeah.
Probably one of the upsets of the night. Let's talk about it then. Me personally, go back and watch my video. I'm honest. I had Parker to get lit up like a Christmas tree, but in my video I said, do not write off Joseph Parker because of 3 fights this year. He's an active fighter. The movement could be a problem for Wilder. Wilder's been very inactive, and Parker's style could be also a problem for him because he likes to move around. I had visions of Wilder putting Joseph Parker on the back foot like he did, the Luis Ortiz, the second fight, headhunting,
Yeah.
looking for that one single shot, and that's where I thought Parker would have success, but he would come in and get caught. But I did also say, do not write off Joseph Parker, and anyone who does, you need to go and sit down because Parker. I've always said you don't have to look at my videos. I like Josie Parker's style. I think if he had that little bit more killer instinct in him, he's a fucking menace for anyone. And then, as
Yeah.
proven at the weekend. So go on, Ty. What's your take? Because we have to be quick. I want to still keep up with the chat. You see. So go on, brother.
Booker looked good. He looked sharp. Um, man, this Malik Scott Wilder age, opponents, problems. There's a lot of issues here, and I think a lot of people are fans of they're overlooking it. I mean, he's a home
Yes.
stretch guy. He's 38 years old. This
Yes.
easily would have been the second toughest opponent or third toughest opponent. Before they said there was no problem with the inactivity, that it wouldn't matter for somebody who punches as hard as him. And after the
Yeah.
fight, now it's all of a sudden because he was inactive. So we keep hearing
Yeah.
this, and now it's just
That's what I don't like, Tyrone.
we gotta
That's what
understand.
I don't fucking like about it.
And
You
then
know.
the Joshua obsession that we have right now is he just lost.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
lost badly.
Let me
And
just.
they're
Yeah.
still
Go on.
looking for this
I need to keep
this
an eye on
Joshua fight.
that.
It's not gonna it shouldn't happen.
No.
The Joshua fight should not happen.
No. Right, I'm going to give you my intake just quickly because I want to keep up with the chat time, but I'm going to come back to what you've just said. I'm going to have to just rip through this chat. Mr.
Yeah.
Padspot Loz, in the terms of UK fighters, who are you looking forward to the most in 2024 out of Nick Ball, Moses, Adams, Ben Whitaker? I like that Adam Azim, is he? He's all right. Ben Whitaker's all right. To be honest, Mr. Pads, I know this sounds a bit criticised. I don't watch a lot of British boxing anymore because I don't know. It doesn't. The Brits just doesn't seem. It seems to me that a lot of the British boxers, the good ones are on the zone, like the ones what are picked the best, and then like the second best are on Sky Sports or BT, and I can't watch Sky Sports boxing. It's terrible. It fucking sends me sleep. It's awful. Chris should move up if you ask me. Outlaw. Oh, let's go, Bruce. Roy Jones. Yeah, I've read that. Read that. Boxing Monkeys put Obatiah wouldn't make it in the heavyweight blokes. Usyk's technical abilities. Yeah. Nick Ball. Yes. Wilder seems to need to be throwing down the river after Parker whooped his. I don't think he was upset. He said in your live stream that Parker would win. Oh, I don't know who they're talking about. I thought Parker would be an 8-1 before he got ironed out. Yeah. The game plan was the problem. Wilder thought like he didn't want to get hit. The movement took away so much energy.
Well,
Yeah, good point.
I've been
Top
talking
set,
about
guy.
this behind the scenes with people that when I saw him in that Hellenius farce, um, he was like doing all this, like just like running around the ring. He was trying, like people have said this, and it's true.
Ty,
Malik
just
Scott has successfully coached Deontay Wilder to be Malik Scott.
yeah.
Very,
Ty,
very
just one sec.
negative, looking for one shot. Like, and there was
Ty,
the
just
last time he's
Ty,
hurt
just one
somebody
sec,
was
bro. Just let me keep up with this chat
yeah, yeah.
because I'm fucking miles. I don't like falling behind on my chat. I've read that troll boxing fan as if saying Wilder was same for years, but the same is just come land the big shot. Parker needs to leave Barry sooner than he did. Malik Scott needs to go inside the distance. But Parker's a great fighter. I think he's been caught in between styles a lot in his career and ended up he kind of box a puncher. Good point, yeah. Your friend can't be a trainer. Wilder. Malik Scott is very suspect. Went to his OnlyFans and could not sleep the whole the whole day. Someone's put Mo at the rat. I don't know what that means. Wilder's obsessed with AJ. Yes, he is. Same here, Loz. I don't watch much British boxing. Boring as fuck. Yeah, it is. It's boring. Hit the thumbs up, boys. Oh, salute to you. Yeah, smash that like button if you don't mind. Much appreciated. Wilder ran from Elaine is the same way he ran from Parker. Moses and Tua looks quality, to be fair, and needs to fight better competition. Didn't Joshua say he wants to fight the fight now? He can't feel it gets terms both lost two men with one of them lost his favourite. It's the same level to me. Yeah, is that Terence Crawford got a red? No, it's fucking no, it's clickbait. That Gav, load of shit. Who's Joshua should fight next? Joshua lost to Ruiz and Wilder and Parker. Wouldn't mind Joshua versus Ergovic. Yeah, go on, Ty. I've caught up.
I think with Gavin, I don't know if he hit the guy, but he was threatening him. He was at like a tire shop, and they tried to undercut him on a deal. So they, you know how the auto shop they charge like 4 or 3 times higher than what it should be, and he got into a disagreement or that and something.
Oh, well, I thought you meant that Devin
was-
Haney thing.
That was almost 8 years ago. That was a while back. That was a long time ago. But what I'll say about Wilder, yeah, Cool Breeze. Yeah, maybe numbers wise, total losses, but this is the problem. They're adamant about keeping Malik Scott.
Yeah.
They said, oh, it was just ring rust. He'll be better next time. It's only going to get harder from here. The opponents are bigger. They hit much, much harder. They're going to have more fire. And he's getting older, and he's getting worse and worse and worse. He's going to get knocked out his next fight if he fights anybody serious. And we'll be at square one all over again. They told us that the third Fury fight, he was going to get him out in 3 rounds. He has more skills than Muhammad Ali. He said if he doesn't do Malik Scott, and I quote, said that, I put my life that he'll beat Fury. I put my life on it. So Malik, I'm still waiting for his funeral. Why isn't he in the ground yet? Why isn't Malik Scott in the ground yet? He said that he bet his life that Wilder would win in the Fury fight, and it didn't happen.
Well, you see, right, Tyrone.
And it pisses me off because they had a lot of people riding for this and pushing for this, saying that he could beat him.
Yeah.
Badly. I thought the third fight was worse than the second fight. The second fight, Fury wasn't even landing that clean, but he was really beating on him after round 4, hard.
Right, just quickly, Joshua should fight. Joshua should lost to Ruiz and Wilder lost to Parker. Joshua lost to Usyk and Wilder lost to Fury. Yeah, wouldn't mind Joshua versus Hrgovic next. Box fans, but Hrgobum versus AJ would be good, but Hrgobum ain't the same. No, I don't rate Filip Hrgovic. I really don't.
He's another fighter. Every fight gets worse.
Yeah, I think his style is absolutely made for Anthony Joshua. AJ versus Zhang, yeah, that should happen. Caballero Dubois would be nice too. I don't see anything special about Hrgovic. No, me neither. Ruiz lost to Parker, yeah. Winner of Fury, Usyk should fight Zhang. I agree with that, definitely. But they ain't gonna do that though, Cool Breeze, because they're gonna leave. They're gonna leave Zhang out to dry because he's the bogeyman of that division, isn't he? Zhang called out AJ, make it happen. Malik Scott and everyone's fucked before the Parker fight.
Oh yeah, just to interrupt there, he kept going around saying everyone's fucked. Everyone is fucked. And what happened?
Allegedly, Wilder weighed in at a pocket weight of 214 pounds. How much to have Andrew Weiss and Takam and Parker fights? Auckland judges. Right, I'm going to say this, right? I'm going to say this about Deontay Wilder. It's not even got anything to do with Wilder. What pisses me off is that people. I follow Wilder and I follow a few channels what like him, but what I don't like is when when I've always been right. This is how I see boxing. I can be very critical of some fighters, and I'm not going to lie. I used to be all the time, but I stopped doing that a few years ago. The only time now I'm critical of fighters is if either the ducking or the peds cheats. I don't like to give fighters shit anymore because at the end of the day, them fighters go in the ring and they risk their life for our own entertainment. But if you're blatantly ducking, I'm going to call you out for it. And I'm going to blatantly call you out if you're a peds cheat. But what I don't like about some boxing fans is there's nothing wrong, like I said in my video, there's nothing wrong with being a fan of a fighter. Like, probably my favourite fighter is Regis Prograis. He got his arse whooped the other week off Devon Haney.
Yeah.
I didn't make any excuses about that. I took it. I hid. Yeah, I'll admit I hid. I didn't make any videos. I hid. In fact, I did make a video congratulating Devon Haney. But what my problem is, Ty, is when a fighter loses, you have to give the other guy credit. You have to. You have to. You can't make up these excuses of oh well, he's not. He was inactive. Well, that's Wilder's fault then for being inactive.
I
You know what I mean?
I heard a lot about. They said, oh, they paid X money. Nobody wanted to fight. Nobody wanted to fight. Nobody wanted to fight. There's a lot of fighters. Frank Sanchez, Malik Scott, who would fight him for free, who wanted to fight him for free, but they didn't happen. It didn't happen because there wasn't enough money for that kind of guarantee he was looking for. He slipped up in a DAZN interview and said he got paid $14 million for this. He got paid $14 million to go out and do this. They said in CompuBox he only landed 29 punches.
Yeah.
So
well, I listened to a channel the other day. I listened to a channel the other day, and this guy was I'm not going to name him, but this guy was going off about Wilder. And he was saying, "Oh, I'm not asked about Wilder losing it. He made over $150 million in boxing." And I thought, that guy hasn't made over $150 million in boxing. What was his highest? What was his highest purse before any of the Tyson fights?
He was always guaranteed. His highest purse guaranteed was the Brazil fight, where I want to say he made 12 million. I wanted to say Showtime. That's what they said that they paid him. But every other purse, he made guaranteed 5 million for the Wilder Fury 2 fight, and then of course the back end money, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, and I think the third fight he may have had 4 million guaranteed or whatever, and then they just inflated it like 6 or 7 times, saying that they paid them out whatever.
So
I don't know.
So where did the 150 million come from? Because not only this, I heard another channel back on the Elenius fight saying he made over 50 million for that fight. Now, Tyrone, go and look at the WhatsApp message what I sent you. You would have to. I don't know how far back you can go on WhatsApp, but I sent you a WhatsApp message when I was at work listening to it, and you responded, and I was like, it was about, well, obviously roughly when he fought Elenius. This boxing channel was saying, well, he made over 50 million for the Elenius. Fuck me, I nearly crashed with a fucking machine at work. I burst out laughing. I was like, never. But Tyrone, I swear on my son's life, I sent you a WhatsApp message saying this guy's just come out with this hilarious figure of Deontay Wilder made 50 million for the Elenius fight. So if he made 50 million for the Elenius fight, he must have been making 70, 80 for the fucking Fury fights.
Oh my god! Even
I think AJ's most. I think AJ ever made, and now I could be wrong here, but I think the most AJ ever made in one of his fights was probably what 15,
I
16,
think
20 million max.
whatever they said that they guaranteed a lot of money for the Usyk fights, but like I don't think AJ made 50 million for fighting Klitschko at Wembley 6 years ago, and that
Yeah,
was you
well,
saw the
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying AJ's probably made most 20 million a fight.
yeah.
Yeah, Penzo, happy New Year to you, brother. Yeah, honestly, I'm not trying to put them channels down, but I swear on my life, that's what he said. On my son's life, God strike me dead if I'm lying. That's
No,
what
no,
he said.
I'm sure. I
And
just
I was like,
go
this
back
is
to it.
fucking
Yeah.
hilarious, man. No way on earth is that
Wizard
guy.
Sleep said, "What about the Fantasy 50?"
Yeah, well, this is what I'm saying. So, how has he made? I'm not trying to discredit, but what I'm trying to say is, how has he made over 150 million in boxing? He hasn't made
it's
that
it's
money.
it's it's all pie in the sky. It's
Exactly.
all
Exactly.
exaggeration, and at the end of the
Exactly.
day, what you can't exaggerate is the box rec. You
Yeah.
can't exaggerate your record. You can't exaggerate your win. That's at the end of the day what it means. And
Yeah.
he's in a
Yeah.
situation I don't know how
Well,
he's got this 3 fight deal. It's going to be a long, long 2 fights if they are the ones to choose his opponents instead of his brain trust. Because if they get him in with who they want to, he might not last a third fight. Believe me.
yeah. He made 14 million by the Saudis, most put.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Outlaws, but we believe you, Loz. You're a stand-up guy. Yeah, honestly, Outlaw, that's no bullshit. UG's, but I believe AJ made 40 million for the Ruiz rematch. I could be wrong. Well, if that's the point, out UGC Flames. I'm not saying that's true. I'm not saying it's not true. What I'm trying to say is, whatever AJ made, you can almost double what he made more than what Deontay Wilder made. Deontay
Probably a
Wilder
triple.
has never made money like what Anthony Joshua's made. Never. And that's the reason
I'll
why I
just
think
say
he
one thing. Cool Breeze
wants to
made a
fight
good
Wilder.
point. Sorry.
I'm just saying that's obviously the reason why he wants to fight um, AJ so much, because it's a big bag purse. Well, probably not as big as what it would have been if he'd have wiped out Parker, but it was a big bag purse for them both.
Yeah, Cool Breeze said for whatever it is, it's a lot for somebody making who used to drive a truck. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah,
But I think a lot of people don't like
excuse me.
or get tired of the lies.
Don't
And
each
there are
other's
some that lie more
illusions.
than
Yeah.
others. There are some that everyone lies, but there are some that may dislike somebody else's lies more than another. But at the end of the day, the results will show. And
But this is what I mean, Tyrone. Why say outlandish things like that when you just know when you just know it's absolute bullshit? Oh, cheers, outlaws! But get the likes up. Oh, salute to you. You know, people. You know, clickbaiting and telling lies. No, I mean, I'm not one to look into what people earn. I'm very similar to like what Mike says. Mike says the same thing. I haven't got an interest in what these fighters are earning. I hope all these fighters earn good money because, like I stress, they're putting their lives on display for us. But when you've got ludicrous fanboys coming out with fucking ludicrous fucking things like that, you know, he's made over 150 million in boxing, which I very, very, very much doubt. And then saying another channel saying he made over 50 million for the Elenius fight. It's
well, they
like,
said that I think I know it should. They made 50 million in the same. This was the same group of people said that it was able to make it from popcorn or something, whatever it was,
oh dear.
pretzels and beer or something. So I'm trying to count how many pints would you need to make $50 million?
Fucking hell of a lot. Fucking hell of a lot. Penzola salute cheese, but oh no, what's John Tay saying? No, it's not Wilder. It's just some of it. I haven't got nothing wrong. I'm one of them people, right, Ty? I do go to some LDBC channels. I'll go to some non-LDBC channels. I'll go to some. I go where I want to go, but I don't. To be honest, I don't really comment on anyone's channels anymore. I'll watch it and then I'll zip out. I don't like to. It's not that I don't want to comment anymore. I just can't be arsed with some boxing channels anymore. And I suppose some are like that with me, but I'm one of them people. I'll go where I want and I'll do what I want. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes when I hear some of the shit come out of some boxing channels' mouths, I'm not saying I'm perfect because I'm not. Some people are just ludicrous sometimes. Rosie's put facts. AJ runs the heavyweight division. Oh, that was Penzola. I have seen Rosie somewhere. I don't know where she's gone. But I think Wilder could KO AJ. Very well could do. And do you know what? To be fair, when I was looking at Anthony Joshua the other night against Otto Weilin, don't get me wrong, AJ looked sharp and he looked fast. He looked very focused. But I still don't see that fucking body movement from him.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. I bless your comment.
Everything's possible, but
Well,
it is a game of probabilities at the end of the day, and
of course it is.
It's just very hard to see a potentially 39-year-old, 40-year-old Deontay Wilder making a second run or anything like that of the sort, especially when he has a known diver in Malik Scott as his trainer. And I'm not talking about the fight that they had. I'm talking about a fight not a lot of people know about this. He took a fight with
Ortiz.
No. Recently, like last year in Russia, in Belarus actually. Liokovic. It was some MMA guy.
Yeah.
They did a exhibition or a boxing, and I'll show you the clip. And the whole thing was rehearsed. Malik hit the guy on the elbow, and the guy felt it, and then he threw his hands up and said, "Oh!" Went down. And then later on, the guy started putting some punches together against Malik, and Malik went down too. Malik said, "Oh." And then they gave it to the other guy. Malik lost.
Oh dear.
That was a die.
I'm just looking at some of the chats here about AJ. We all thought Wilder was knocking out AJ. Yeah.
I think a lot of people. I still wasn't so sure because I thought the Hellenius performance was poor. He was scared to death to get hit.
This is what I said, Ty.
He was running around. He just looked shot.
I said the same thing. I said
last time I thought he looked good. But parts of the second Ortiz fight was the last time I thought Wilder looked good. Wilder has looked poor ever since that fight, to be honest.
Well, Tyrone, this is what I said, brother. I said you can't go off the basis of you can't go off the basis of someone having 2 fights in 3 years and only having a matter of minutes in one fight in 2 years because he knocked Hellenius out. What I can't think of the word. What always intrigued me, is that the word? I don't know if it is. With Wilder was, what did he have left in his armour after the Fury third fight? That was what I wanted to know, because he'd been away from boxing for so long, been in 3 grueling fights with Fury, and let's face it, that last fight was a brilliant fight, but that was a dog-eat-dog fight. Any one of them two could have gone at any time. So what I wanted to know was, what did he have left? Now, a certain person got on my case about this. It's got nothing to do with stamina. And I was like, no, it hasn't. But stamina does play a part as well. But what goes as your feet go, your movement, your stamina, everything, your coordination, your body movement, everything. So I wanted to know, What did he have left? And going off knocking out Robert Alanius, for me, didn't tell me jack shit what he had left. So I needed to see more. And when you're fighting someone who's been active as fuck, active, moves around a hell of a lot, never stays still, got an awkward style to deal with,
Yeah.
what has he got left? And that's proven.
But Cool Breeze. And I was talking to somebody about. I think I talked to you about this behind the scenes. But I was talking to somebody extensively about this behind the scenes after the Alanius fight. He looks weak in there. He has no physical presence. He doesn't take the center of the ring, and like all his flaws have just came out even more. We started to notice them a lot more. He only has about 2 punches in his arsenal. He had 4 versus Parker. He had when he tried to throw the right hand, he'd throw the left hand, he'd throw the jab. He would do this thing where he would like square up and turn his body and then try to throw an uppercut. And then he was hammer fisting the entire time, hammer fisting behind the head. That's not going to win fights. And if you look at BoxRec and you look at the ring ratings, he's lucky to be in the top 10 ring ratings, dude. I would have thrown him out of the ring ratings. They dropped him
Yeah.
all the way down to number 9. And honestly, all those people in the ring ratings can beat him. A lot of people, top 20, can beat him. He's right now. It doesn't look very good. I think he should just he should just pack it in. It's over. And I hate the love and happiness talk, man.
Yeah.
Everyday people aren't happy and full of love. People are trying to get by, and that's what feeds people and makes them get better. And if he feels like that, he should keep that to himself and not go back into a boxing ring.
Well, for me, Ty, if I'm hand on not, I'm chat. For me, I'm not interested in that AJ fight now. I'm not.
No, I'm
I'm
not.
not. I'm not interested in it. And I don't think Anthony Joshua will be. I think Anthony Joshua now will go on to fight, obviously Ergovic, which he probably might have been going that way anyway.
Yeah,
Do you feel the same about Fury? I think Colby's asking you that question.
I think he's definitely super overrated by the fans.
Yes, I do.
He's on his way out as well. He can be beat by a lot of guys. So
I think so.
let's see the Usyk fight. I think if Usyk is sharp, Usyk should beat him. I bet with people that I said Usyk will beat Fury. I think Fury's been
Yeah.
totally overrated by the fans. I think that
Sanchez.
I think his best performance, honestly, was that I thought was good was Christian Hammer. That was a pretty good performance. Klitschko, of course, won, but that 2015 is a long time ago, and that was the best Fury. I don't think ever since then.
Years ago, isn't it?
Yeah, all this stuff, this Javon Hill Kronk crap doesn't work with him, and
AJ beats Wilder now
Yeah.
if he never gets. Do you know what, Tyrone?
I agree with that, Mo.
Yeah and no. I do and I don't, yeah. Because, you see, for me, Joseph Parker is obviously he's different stylistic than Anthony
It's
Joshua.
soil. You never know.
But the thing is, with Wilder, like Rosie said before, I still, and to you, Tyrone, salute to you, brother, and Happy New Year. For me, even though he did beat Otto Weiling, still for me, AJ's still missing that fucking body movement. He's a great big lump, isn't he? Don't get me wrong, AJ looked better with his jabs, and he did look good, but I don't know. Fury, more fake Fury mental health problems. Absolutely wizard, you fucking know that, brother. Right, are we done talking about that then? Because we've got other topics to talk about then.
Yeah, sure. But if I were to put one last thing, is I think he needs to retire. I think they're still in mega denial about this. Fool me once is fine. If you lost your first time, it's okay, depending on how you lost, right? then you lose again, then you lose again. I mean, this is a results-driven world. People just want to see the end product. People are
Yeah,
tired of talk. And I told you, I said before this fight, I said this day of reckoning or whatever, talk is cheap, and people are going to be found out, and the other people are good are going to move on and succeed, and that's just what happened. So
yeah. Lee said that, one of the lads in the chat, Mad Hatter. He said that's um, that's a night of upsets for people, and I think it was. Parker beating Wilder and probably Ajak Cabell beating Makhmedov. They were probably the two biggest upsets of the night. Right, let's talk about this little dude. Did you watch him the other night? The other, should I
yeah,
say,
yeah,
very early for me. This guy's a class act, isn't he? Do you think so, Ty?
yeah. I think easily. People debate him and Crawford as number one. Yeah, you can have Inoue as number one, definitely for sure.
Well,
I mean, I saw. I keep seeing this. Who Inoue beat? Who did he beat? Who did he beat? It's just
he
so
beat who
funny
was
to
in
me.
front of him. That's what he did.
Yeah,
He beat who was in. Well, I was going to say because everyone was saying that Fulton would beat him, and he folded Fulton like a fucking deck chair, didn't he?
easily, easily.
For me, if I'm honest, I have to give a new way fighter of the year. This is just
Yeah,
my pick, only because of how quick what he's done it, and he's been active this year, hasn't he?
yeah,
You know, I don't specifically think he's a better boxer than Terence Crawford. I'd probably say Crawford's more skilled. They're just two great fighters, and to be
yeah.
honest, I don't care. I don't care who's better than who, and I don't care who people are going to say who's fighter of the year. But for me, you could say that for me personally, I'm going to go with a new way just because of how quick he did undisputed from undisputed to undisputed. What did he do it in less than a year or just over a year or something?
Yeah, he did it in oh god, less than a year. Yeah, he beat
Mm,
Donaire the second time December around this time last year, and then yeah, yeah, like
so
about a year. Yeah, then he
yeah,
went and he beat Fulton, and then he beat Tapala. So
Taylor,
I think
yeah,
I saw that they want to stay at 122 and fight
yeah. I
Mary.
don't understand that.
Hmm?
He should. I don't understand that why Inoue wants to do that. I think he should go straight up again.
26, yeah,
Yeah. What's that? Is that
featherweight.
so? Yeah. So it's like super bantamweight, is it?
He's
Like
at super bantamweight now.
so it's feather. See, sometimes I get confused because as you start crawling higher, they start going like
Yeah,
junior
light
welterweight is
welter
like.
and stuff
Do you
like
know what I
that.
mean?
Yeah.
So I think Inoue could possibly go to 130. What do you think? Or is that do you
Yeah, I
think
think
that's
he'll
a bit
probably
too
tap
much?
out at 130, even though at 130, I don't think 130 is another one where I think Cordina has skills, but he just often struggles sometimes with like he had a tough fight with Rakhimov, which is fine, but then he had a tough fight with that guy from Texas who I didn't think was that great. Um,
Yeah.
sorry, Oshaki Foster. Um, he's another
Well,
one
that
who
fight's
had a
supposed to be made, wasn't it? Shaki Foster versus Cordina. But
yeah. I
Cordina's
mean, he
maybe
had a great
looking for
fight.
bigger prizes.
He had a good performance versus Vargas, and then
Yeah, his
Hernandez,
last fight was
he was
shit,
just
wasn't
he was really poor up until around 10 or 11. He just was getting outworked and stuff. And then
he? Yeah, I
honestly,
watched that.
Foster can lose his next fight anyway,
Right.
you know.
Let me just read the chat quick. But
Or
uh,
someone, yeah, he fought in Scotland
most put
before, and he's fought in the US as well.
most put Bud over Inoue, but it's a close call. Yes, Cool Breeze Wilder can't beat an egg. He's useless.
Oh no.
Wizard. I Lucas put Inoue is a great fighter, but how deep in the division? Similar to women's boxing, which isn't really as stacked with great talent. No, I can understand that, but at
It's
the end of the day, you can only fight who's in front of you, can't you?
yeah. I mean,
Loz, do you
yeah,
think Canelo gets a lot of hate, even though he's Yes, I do.
yeah,
Yes, I do.
yeah.
Canelo does get a lot of hate. Yeah, he does. Absolutely, he does. Does he ever fight out of Asia? No. Well, that's the problem with Inoue. He needs to come out of Japan. He's
He's
got
fought.
Bob Arum.
He fought in the U.S. like I think at least 3 or 4 times, and he's fought in Scotland once. But
Oh, right.
recently he's been fight. He's been exclusively there because the thing is they need to get that money to
Yeah.
pay these guys who are willing to come. So they offered Stephen Fulton, who's really stupid. They offered him 2 million yen. So Stephen Fulton thought it was $2 million when it was only $10,000.
Yeah, yeah.
So he went over there
Yeah.
and he got beat. And they offered Tapales money too, but they have to get money to actually put up to bring these guys over here because like Fulton was going to go fight Figueroa at a rematch at 126,
Yeah.
but then he went this direction because he was just gassed up by people on Twitter said that he can beat him. There's no way he can beat in a way, and it
He's a
showed.
ferocious fighter, man.
Yeah,
He's a great fighter. Do you know what I love about him? There's several things what I love about him. I love how he jumps in and out, and as he
yeah,
jumps in, he throws a combination to the head to the body, or
yeah,
body to the head, and then he jumps straight back out. He uses his distance very good. He judges the distance of his opponent fucking very good, and he's always at the right distance to be far away, but not too far away to land his big bombs. You see him stretching all the time. His aggression. He reminds me of Chavez how he throws the hook to the kidney.
hmm,
Remember Julio Chavez how he used to
yeah,
do it, throw the hooks to the kidney. He reminds me of Chavez like that. I just think the guys, and I love because I noticed once Taples or to Palace, however you call him. I noticed once he dropped the high guard and he started to throw his jab more. Once he dropped the high guard, he could see because he had his guard up so high, he was blocking the right hand of Inoue, so he couldn't see as much. And then once he dropped his high guard, he had midway through the fight, he had 2 or 3 good rounds. But then did you see how Inoue adjusted himself to start to fight to his?
yeah, to his pace.
That's a class operator. That to be able to do that. That's what Terence Crawford's very good at as well, isn't he? Aguero, sorry, Terence Crawford is very good at adapting to his style very easily. Got
Yeah, I
filthy
actually got back in touch.
Yolos. Yeah. Uh, so you see, yeah, salute to your boxing monkeys, but Mayweather fought outside of Vegas in his pro career, not in his YouTube
He did
tour.
a
Oh,
couple.
right.
I think he just Atlantic City when he fought Gotti. He fought near
Yeah,
New York, but
twice in America, once in Britain. Right, let's quickly then, because I'm going to get off in a bit, but let's talk about this then. Bivol Batavia. Michael Benson's made a tweet. I can't see this fight happening. I think Maurizio Sullivan's fat ass is going to block the shit out of this fight. Like he already said about a year ago, that this fight, the WBC won't sanction this fight. So, do you believe it's been signed? I mean, it probably has, but I fully expect Arthur Bataviev to blow Callum Smith out of the water. But you never know. This is boxing. Do you think that fight will ever happen, Ty? And
it
if you do,
should happen.
excuse me, who do you think would win?
Probably Bivol, but um, let's see if
Not me,
Calvin
not
Smith
me.
can do something, get out of his shell. All he needs to do is get out of his shell. I mean, I guess I'm known as a Beterbiev hater because I always pick against him, but it's just something about him that I feel like he's definitely a vulnerable fighter, but he's like a Terminator.
Yeah,
The boxing, the power.
I'm the same, mate.
Yeah,
I'm the
I always
same.
pick against him, but
I like him. I think he's great. Salute to you, Cole Breeze. I don't know if he's put that as a buy. If you are, salute to you. I
Yeah,
think
so
I think the same. I think Bataviev's a monster. And do you know why I went against him? Because I started to notice many people back in 2017. And did I first meet you, Ty? Around about 17, 18, wasn't it? And not a lot of people spoke about him. And I'd only
yeah,
seen a couple of his fights, and I thought he was a monster. And then I noticed everyone started dick riding him, and that's when I go off fighters like that. Once
yeah,
you
and there's
can't
the
blame, you
wrong
can't blame
reason.
people for jumping on the bandwagon, like But that's what sort of put me off him a bit. I'm picking Callum Smith to do the
Yeah,
job.
I think he's a strong underdog. He just needs to fight out of his shell. He just has to just catch him with that left hook. If he catches with
Yeah.
that left hook, it's over. He can knock him out with a left hook. It's very
Well, this is what makes it a good fight because was Callum Smith starved at super middleweight? He was way too big for super
yeah,
middleweight. Now he's in his comfort zone. Is the fight in Britain?
it's in Canada.
Right. So he's going over to Bataviev's backyard then, isn't he? Yeah. But the thing what gets me though, Ty, will Callum Smith freeze again like he did against
Yeah,
Canelo?
that's it.
See what I mean? If you're freezing against a guy like him, this is why I give Anthony Yard so much credit because Yard didn't do that. I thought Yard was going freeze, but Yard went for it. Okay, he got beat, but I tell you what, he really, really fucking put up a great fight. Yard he did, and
Yeah,
I honestly think that Yard would have probably done the number if I don't know. Yard's just he burns out quick because he's so muscly, isn't he?
yeah,
Um, I'm picking count. Oh, Lucan's put if the Saudis pay the WBC to throw their away, so call it a normal way of birth. Yeah. I hope so. I hope so because that should be the fight. What starts the year off of boxing? 'Cause it's always quiet, and it's like when you go back work, especially in the building trade. You go back work, it's quiet, and then all of a sudden, end of February, bang, it kicks back in. So if Callum Smith gets beat off Bataviev, I want to see these two fighting by May, by middle of May. Spring's here. It should happen. Yeah, year long. Don't freeze that. Yeah, exactly, Mo. Great effort by Yard. Yes, absolutely inside the distance. It really was. Now, for me, I shouldn't go against Bevel because every time I do, he proves me wrong. Not Bevel, Batavia. But I think Bevel beats him. And there's a few things what say to me that why Bevel beats him. One, again, inactivity. He's not a very active fighter. Two, his age. And
yeah.
three, I just think Bevel's style could be a problem for him. I was reading a Facebook on a Facebook website last night, and they were all going in on Bevel saying he's going to get sparked out and all this shit. Great by Wizard Sleeves, but Bevel beats Bataviev easily. Now this guy here, Wizard Sleeves, should listen to him. He's made 3 or 4 predictions on my channel, and every time I've gone against him, and he's proved me wrong. Outlaws put I got Bevel, yes. Inside the distance, hard not to like Yard, the man. Yeah, Yard is a top dude, man. I like Anthony Yard. Great. I can't wait for that Dan Aziz versus what's his freaking name?
Watsy fight.
Razzie fight. Yeah, I think Dan Aziz beats him. Big old John Fury laying out excuses. His son stuff. That fight. I tell you what, Lucan, that fight's going to get pushed back. Mind you, I
Mm,
don't know. I thought to myself, I thought Fury and I knew it was never going to happen in December. Got pushed back. I said it probably won't happen in February. It'll be end of March before the Riyadh season closes. But somebody made a very valid point on one of the Facebook web pages what I follow. Well, where's Fury? Nothing's been seen or heard of him, has he? I seen him do a thing for wishing everyone Merry Christmas the other day, but apart from that, is he in training? I don't know, man. I don't think he is, but because Fury likes his beer, he likes his food, and over Christmas,
Yeah,
I don't know. Chris Owens put there creating fake beef to sell the fight now.
that was for the Buatsi fight. Yeah, so
Oh right, yeah. Ryder Mongol should be a banger. Yeah, I think Mongol will beat him. I like John Ryder though. He's like the man what was there but never there. You know, he's had a few shots at world titles, but he's never just quite missed it. I thought he did quite well against Canelo, very well. Inside the distance, Ryder always looks good in fights. Yeah, man's got heart, man. I do like John Ryder. Joe Stunner Boxing is sceptical of the fight happening in February. Yes, I think a lot of people are, Luke, and it seems like Big John is going against it, against his son for the use. Yeah, but there's another thing, Mo. Is that to sell the fight? Is that to help sell the fight? Because we all know when Big John opens his trap, them Fury fanny girls, excuse me, they're right out on fucking social media, aren't they? Loving it. Me personally, I don't think it happens in February. I think it'll get pushed back to March, and that's if they ever do fight. But that's just my thought. I said the fight ain't happening in Feb too. Yeah. I know, Outlaw. I know you've been on this crusade like me for fucking well over a fucking 18 months. I know that Sugar Hill must have said he don't want him around. Yeah. Well, John Fury's very jealous of Sugar Hill, isn't he? Javon Sugar Hill. Very, very jealous of him. Love or hate Big John. Yeah. He's a weapon. I can't stand the bloke. I give the guy respect because he stepped into the ring, but I just, you know what it is with John Fury, what I don't like, and especially about Tyson Fury as well. It's the constant lying, the constant mugging off of the fans, the constant don't give a fuck about the fans, but yet his fanny girls love him. Now, if I'm a fan of a fighter and a fighter who came out and blatantly told you he doesn't give a fuck about what people think, that for me sends a red signal to my head. Then, right, if you're gonna be like that, you can get fucked. Why should I pay for any of your pay-per-view fights and put my hard-earned money in your fucking back pocket? Get fucked. You don't care about what the fans think, then that to me is not that's just a greedy ass boxer, and that's all he is to me. That's all he is. Just ban him from presses, yeah, waffling. He is so. Right, Ty, I'm going to get ready, close up, but just quickly before I get up out of here, Ortiz is fighting the 6th of January.
hmm.
What do you think of Ortiz? Because I rate that kid, but I know a lot of people
I was really interested in the Stanionis
don't
fight,
fuck Mickey
but
Theo. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, go on.
I was interested in the Stanionis fight, but they kept pushing, or canceling that, pushing it back out for no reason, or for whatever reason. Sorry, but him at 54, he could probably do stuff. 54, I think, is weak.
Yeah.
And the belts are probably going to get all split up. So we'll
Do
see
you,
what they do.
do you see if right? So I've watched a few of Boots Annie's fights. Let's read the chat quickly. Outlaws, but John Duck, Mickey Theo, yeah. John Fury is a bid for Scoopy. Yeah, he's going against his son because it might have been kicked out. Yeah, could be. I Lucan, very well could be. A wise old man is the biggest wanker, Fury or Theo. Yeah, they're them gypsies doing gypsy things, but on a massive stage. Lol. Wow. Later's Loz annual. Happy New Year. Yeah, salute to you inside the distance. Happy New Year to you, brother. Alpha's put I'm back. Gym was closed. Wasted Journey said it was open on the website. Fucking hell, that's a bit snide. My gym's been open all over Christmas apart from Boxing Day. No, it's open Boxing Day apart from Christmas Day, and obviously tomorrow, New Year's Day. They're the only 2 days it's shut. Virgil Ortiz has health problems. Hopefully, recover because of damn good fight. Yes, Mo.
They keep saying that he gets rhabdomyolysis, but I don't know how true that is.
Yeah. See, I've heard a lot of people accuse him of ducking Stanley owners.
It would have made for a good fight. I don't know, but they keep using the rhabdo excuse. They've used it 3 times now, and it's like he doesn't look like a marathon runner.
Yeah.
So I don't know where he's putting in all this exertion to actually get that. Because you need to be really, really. I'm no doctor, but from what I've seen, people need to be like on death's door of like exhaustion to get it.
Right. I like the kid. I mean, I don't know what happened there. I like the kid. I like Virgil Ortiz Jr. I think he's had a bit of a, like you say, a bit of a backward step of what's happened just lately, but ferocious fighter for me.
Yeah.
Love his hooks to the body.
Yeah, better resume than Ennis for sure. Way better
And this is
resume.
what you say, right?
People are just going off. People are picking and choosing who they want. They're just going off the eye test. But at the end of the day, the record will always show, and who you fought is a big difference in who's Ortiz's fought versus who Ennis's fought. Ennis was still waiting for a step up fight.
I agree there. I totally agree with you there, Ty. I think Virgil Ortiz's resume is better than Boots Ennis. Okay, Boots has had more fights, knockouts and stuff like that. So, but I agree. I think Virgil Ortiz's resume is better than Jerome Boots Ennis's. I really do. Boxing Monks, but can anyone imagine the damage Virgil Ortiz will do to Conor Benn? Right. Stay there, because I'm coming to him now. Right. Let's quickly. This fucking had me crying. Now, Tyrone, anyone who's followed me knows I'm not a big follower of Conor Benn. Several reasons why I'm not a fan of this dude. One, because he's blown up to be something what he's not. Two, he's always sending people fucking Drum Boots Ennis, Devon Haney, Tank. He was arguing with Errol Spence Jr. He's always seems to be a right menace on Twitter. Go and look at his Twitter account. This guy cannot keep off Twitter saying, I'm going to knock everyone out. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. He's been hyped up that much by the British press, by Matchroom, to believe that he's something that he's not. And he's got it in his head now that he's this 147, 154, can even go up to 160, and he can beat them all. Now, that to me is arrogance, cocky. Nothing wrong with being arrogant. Well, nothing wrong with being cocky. Arrogance, I don't like. But you haven't beaten anyone at 147. Who's your best win on record? I fucking dug up, washed up Chris Algieri, who was fucking life and death with Tommy Coyle years ago. And Tommy Coyle is a sea-level British fighter. Don't get me wrong, I like Tommy Coyle. His fights were always interesting because you never know which way it was going to go with Tommy Coyle. But Eddie's going to call him out. Yeah, this is what I mean. Ryan Garcia soon leaves a contract to Young. Conor Hen is what a total tool. Yes, that's what I mean. I want Cal Brook to smash Conor Benn. Yes, Conor levels. I can't see that last bit, but you're going on right. My problem. He's calling out Devon Haney, saying he wants to fight Devon Haney. 2 weeks before he was telling Tank he was going burying him. A couple of months before that, he was coming for everyone in the 147 division. You've ducked British homegrown fighters like Josh Kelly, Matthew McKitson. You've ducked shit scared of David Avavisian, right?
Yep.
You've been fast tracked to this fucking WBA route. Then you pop dirty. Then all of a sudden you fight a fucking Mexican gatekeeper with a bad hairdo, and you can't do shit to him. You hit him with everything but the kitchen sink, and it bounces off his fucking bonnet. Doesn't do anything to him. Then he's putting tweets up like this. Next stop. What did he put? He put something. Next stop, Ocean City or somewhere. Then Las Vegas. This guy, right? I went on his fucking record. He's been inactive for coming up for 20 months. He last had a fight in June of 2022.
Wow.
Look on the guy's record. There's no recognised fighters who I know who he's fought. He's 16-0 with 9 KOs. So that to me says pretty much feather fisted. Half and half, I would say.
Yeah.
How is somebody who's going in, is he 23-0 now? 22 or 23-0? How is somebody who's going into his 23rd, 24th professional fight, how is he getting away with, well, number one, how's he getting away with fighting anyway? Because he's a PEDS cheat. Number two, how fucking long can Matchroom protect this guy? Because I tell you what's going to happen to Conor Ben, right, Ty? He's been hyped up and hyped up and hyped up and hyped up by Eddie Hearn, right? Soon as he steps in the ring with an elite fighter, he gets wiped. Virgil Ortiz wipes him. John Boots Ennis wipes him. David Anovician wipes him. Bud Crawford, Spence, any of them wipe him. Right? Mm-hmm. So the poor thing is that Eddie Hearn has fucking blown this bubble up for this kid to be this fighter who he's not, throwing him scraps, letting him beat these fucking scraps up. So the kid's ego's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Then he's the most arrogant fucker on fucking social media. Believes that he's his dad, which he just isn't. He's nothing like his dad. And as soon as he steps into the arena with an elite fighter, he gets knocked out. But then what happens to him when he gets knocked out? His fucking whole world comes tumbling down. His belief, his self-confidence, everything comes tumbling down. And this is why should not be allowed, that this kid keeps getting protected. He keeps fighting bums. I don't like calling fights bums, but he keeps fighting gate men, half men. Do you know what I mean? It's no good for him. Start putting him in with world-class or up-and-coming operators who are going to test him. Stop blowing this bubble up. How many times can this lad keep fighting fucking these gate men? Inactive for nearly 2 years. But it's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. And when he gets found out, I don't like to say this, but I am going to laugh at him just simply because he's the most arrogant arsehole I've ever come across. And that's why I don't like the kid. Because he thinks he's better than everyone. He thinks he doesn't have to go in front of the board and answer to the board. He thinks he can just... You're a PEDS cheat, mate. You got found fucking guilty twice. You haven't cleared your name. You haven't cleared your name no matter which way you look at it. You cannot fight in this country. That's why you're fighting in the States. So if you had evidence that you were clean, it was a mistake or whatever, you would present that to the board. But you can't. And that's the reason why you're in America fighting over there still now. Because in America, you're allowed to do that because you're fighting on a foreign license. Just like they were talking about applying for an American license and bringing him back over here, fighting on an American license. How fucking absurd is that? A British fighter fighting on a fucking foreign boxing license in his own country. That's fucked up, man. But these are the lengths what Eddie Hearn will go to just to fucking try and cover up this guy because he's the golden child. Yes, he sells tickets. Yes, he's got a big following. But he's got that following from his dad. That's all. Eddie Hearn's just put the fucking polish on top of it. He's got that from his dad. Because his dad is a legend over here. And one of my fucking greatest fighters. But I'm sorry, you're not your dad. You're nothing like your dad. And you'll never be nothing like your dad. You're not cut from the same cloth like your dad. Chris Owens put, I totally agree, Los. Salute to you. I believe his dad did the same, Los. Well, there is talk about that, but I've been into that, Outlaw, and I dug into the speculations of his dad being a peds cheat. Apparently, Gerald McClellan's corner come out nearly 20 years later with they had Gerald McClellan's shorts tested DNA, right? But these are the things what they couldn't prove. One, they proved that there was traces of PEDs in the blood sample, but they couldn't trace what PEDs it was. But what made me laugh was they couldn't trace if it was Nigel Benn's blood. Well, obviously it's going to be Nigel Benn's blood, isn't he? Or is he? I don't know. These were the things, and these were what Nigel Benn was hushing out of the court because he was saying, well, you've got no proof it was my blood, no proof that you don't even know what PEDs it was. These are speculation. Oh, not PEDs, I mean Nigel Benn, American fought in the UK. Oh, right. Sorry, my bad. I didn't know that. Yeah, British Boxing said Ben could fight and go down to Tottenham Stadium. Yeah. My bad, Outlaw. I didn't see that, brother. But yeah, I don't know. The kid for me is a jumped up fucking, but lost the fake collapse after the fight was embarrassing. What fight? Apples don't fall far from the tree. What are you on about, Alpha? Was that against the French baguette maker Pinard who put him on his arse? Is that what you mean? I don't know, man. He really winds me up, and I've made endless videos on him because this kid, I'd wish him to do really well. I would do. End of the day, he's one of our prospects. But at the end of the day, mate, you're a Peds cheat, and I want you to clear your name. Any thoughts on it, Ty? Sorry for going off on one.
No. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of people like just because somebody screams and says that they want to fight people and do a lot of things on Twitter.
Yeah.
Whatever, it doesn't mean anything if you don't actually fight them. And you can say, oh, well, they didn't want to fight me. Everyone has a price. And if it's hard to meet that price, then it is what it is. Just don't say anything.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Good point. Keep your mouth shut,
in
man.
a position.
Yes.
Less talk.
Yeah, totally agree. Just let me read this question. He's put Ben collapsed after the McCallum fight. People saying it was to avoid the Peds test. Excuse me. Yes, well, that's what. Yes, that's a very good point, Alfred, because that's where people are nailing him for that as well. Outlaws, but no worries. But they was saying about Nigel Benn being Peds. It's interesting. Yes, I made a video on it. Wizard, fucking hell, Wizard. This guy don't have no remorse for anyone. He means like father, like son. But anyway, I made a video on it a while back, and it's still up on my archive somewhere. But it was very interesting because I couldn't find any proof anywhere. Any proof. I found some clippings from, it might have been the News of the World or the Sun, with allegations dating back from, I think it was early 2023, something like early 2020 something, 27 or something. I don't know, but I couldn't find anything. There was nothing really, just a few articles from papers. Boxing monkeys put Nigel was apparently too dehydrated after the McCallum fight that gave him a post sample. He never gave one. Yeah, piss sample. Sorry. Yeah, the collapse looked very. Yeah, I remember the collapse, but you got to think he did go. Yeah, he did go 15 exhausting. No, 15. Sorry, he did go 10 exhausting. Was it the 10th round he stopped McClellan? 10 exhausting rounds with Gerald McClellan. And McClellan's my second favourite. I don't know, a lot of people don't like him, but Hagler's my favourite fighter, and McClellan was my second favourite. I watched, especially after when he did Julian Jackson them 2 times, I watched the McClellan fight. It was a great dust up till the tragedy. Yes, it's a shame, man. I know a lot of people don't like Gerald McClellan, obviously because he had a bad record of apparently breaking dogs' legs and throwing them in with his pit bulls and stuff like that. I don't know if that's true. But wasn't Roy Jones used to fight Cox, didn't he?
Yeah, he
Cockfighting,
did.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was big into that, wasn't he, Roy Jones?
We had a
Now,
person over here, football, Michael Vick. He was doing that. He was doing that with it destroyed his career actually. He was fighting dogs. And then when they said it was him, it actually it wasn't him in the house, it was his cousins in the house doing it, but he just wasn't there at the time when they found it.
right. You on about McClellan?
No, this was another guy. It was a football player here.
Oh, right.
Football player here is a quarterback, Michael Vick.
Nigel Benner's best mates with Carlton. Well, yeah, Juice. The Essex boys. Yes, yes, very good point. BBG, he was. And the lad who got shot was his bodyguard, wasn't he? Oh, God, what was his frigging name? There's 3 of them what got blown away in a Land Rover. He got lured in the 90s. He got lured down a country lane for a drugs deal, which was fake, and they ended up getting executed, all 3 of them. Pat Tate was one. Tony Tucker, that's it. Craig Rolfe, Pat Tate, and Tony Tucker. Yeah, that was it. I'm sure McClellan's sister was chasing Ben for it. Yeah, she was. They made very good friends, though, didn't they? Well, I wouldn't say very good friends, but Nigel flew him over, didn't he? Did a dinner talk to raise money for him. All the Essex guys were juiced back in the day, yeah, especially the Ben crew, see? Well, they used to fight sheep, not now. Fucking hell, Tucker. Roy Jones paid McCallum's medical bills. Oh, in his Southern Boy thing. Yeah, dogfighting and cockfight. Oh, right, it's a Southern Boy thing. Right. So he must yeah. Tucker walked out on the Ben fight. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And then he got blown away a few days later, a few weeks later. The Essex boys, I remember that happening too. Was it like, I think it was 95, I think, or 96, but it was round about there, Outlaw. I think something's telling me 96, 95, 96. Tony Tucker was actually walking Ben out for the. Yeah, he did. He walked Nigel Ben out for the McClellan fight, didn't he, Tony Tucker? And then a few weeks later, he got fucking blown away. Ben's with fine Ilford, who's lived there. Yeah. Right, excellent live stream, but I'm freezing. I'm gonna have to switch my central heating on. It didn't destroy his career. It did in fact, because the NFL player died $100 million, the Falcons and Eagles. That's a question for you, that Ty. I could make a film out of that. Yeah, I've got a few of the Essex Boy films. I got the one with Sean.
Oh well,
Sean
yeah,
King.
yeah. In that sense, yeah, no. But as far as I guess the public perception or whatever, yeah. No, you're right, Cool Breeze.
Mm-hmm. Right, I'm up out of here. I'm starving. I'm freezing. Like to say, Outlaw, salute to you, man. Happy New Year. Cool Breeze, Happy New Year. Chris Owens, Happy New Year to you, brother. And you, BBG. Alpha BMW, my Stokey friend. Happy New Year. Boxing Monkey, Happy New Year to you, brother. Wizard Sleeve, Happy New Year. Lee, Happy New Year. Mo Boxing, Happy New Year to you, bro. Cool Breeze, Wizard Sleeve, I think I've said all them. Inside the Distance, anyone of Lucans, Happy New Year to everyone. Rise of the Foot Soldiers, yes. I've just brought the new one, the Revenge one. It's pretty good, but it's not. I think he's getting a bit far with him now. Marbella is a very good one. Thanks, Loz, mate. Yeah, Happy New Year to you, Chris. Boxing, nice one, Loz, and you. Happy New Year. Oh, Tyrone, pleasure, brother. Happy New Year to you, my good friend, and
Yes,
everybody
sir.
in the chat. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. I'm going to go and make something to eat. I'll probably give you a ring later if you're not doing out, Ty.
Okay. Yep. All good.
All right, buddy. Probably give you a ring in about an hour or something.
All right. Cool.
All right, my brother. Peace out.
Peace out, everyone.
Peace to everyone.
Peace.